Hi there, happy Friday. So today we are giving another business update. So we missed our business update last week, and now I have a lot to talk about today, but keep in mind this is covering 2 weeks now. So in the last 2 weeks since our last update, we had to close our listing for one of our products, our cat litter boxes. So what happened is, we were mostly out of stock on Amazon, and I sent the last of our inventory to the Amazon warehouse, and they were checking it in and doing the transfers, but they've been super slow about it, right? So we sent 112 units or something of our litter boxes, and so far it's been, I don't know, a week and a half, and they've only checked in 40 units of them. So we're still waiting for them to get the rest in stock. But anyway, we had no inventory at Amazon, and we still had orders coming through of litter boxes. So I think that what Amazon had been doing is they changed our listing. They took the Prime button off of our listing, and then they said delivery was going to be 2-3 weeks out, so people could still order with that later delivery. And I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm ordering on Amazon, I pay attention to when the delivery is, but sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I just click through and I don't notice that it says that the delivery is delayed until after I've completed the order, and then I'm like, shoot, what am I going to do now, right? So we have had quite a few cancellations of orders in the last week, which is a bummer, right? That's not a great customer experience and not something that I want people to expect from me. So we didn't want to get in a position where we had a lot of orders and no inventory to send for those, which is what was happening, right? So we closed that listing, and the most interesting thing has been happening since then. We have a website, and we just put our website together quickly. We didn't really take time to figure out what exactly we wanted it to look like, but we noticed that we were started to have some submissions through our website of people looking for litter boxes. So for example, yesterday, here's the most recent one we got. What an awesome customer service experience, right? I got to respond to this individual and tell her we still have a couple units in stock on Walmart, and I got to tell her why our listing disappeared, and thank her for her feedback. I got to ask her how exactly she uses our litter boxes. We created a way to sign up for a mailing list, so that if somebody wants to be notified when we're back in stock, they can sign up to be notified. And I've already had somebody, I just set that up last night, and I literally already had somebody sign up to be on our mailing list. So I mean, that is just so, that's just so mind-blowing. I just never expected that kind of response to these products, right? So it's just really humbling. And I think I want to figure something out when we come back in stock on Amazon. I think I'm going to run a coupon code for a week or so for those people who have signed up through the website, so they can get a percentage off their first order back when we're back in stock. So that was super exciting. Our napkin holders are selling really great, right? They're not generating the revenue that the litter boxes were generating, but they are consistently selling every day. And one of the benchmarks in the mastermind group I'm in is to have $100 worth of sales a day. That's one of the first benchmarks that you shoot for. And we've easily had $100 sales days every day with just the napkin holders. So that's great. I mean, they're priced at $15 a piece. So to get $100 day with the napkin holders means that we need to sell 10 of them, right? Is that the right math? No, not 10. 8 of them. I think we need to sell 8 of them a day, and we've been able to do that. So that's great. And we've had positive reviews on that. Our listing has a bunch of really great reviews. They've been selling really great on Walmart. So anyway, the negative about the napkin holders is I decided when we were ordering them from the manufacturer not to have foam put into the napkin holder, like styrofoam, okay? And the reason that I decided not to have the styrofoam, I was just thinking about we were ordering 600 units at that time. And I was thinking about 600 pieces of styrofoam put into a landfill and put into like garbage cans. And I just cringed at that. I don't know about you, but when I get something like a wooden item and it has styrofoam in it, I just don't love to deal with throwing that styrofoam away. So I opted to not have the styrofoam put in our napkin holders. And guys, I've got to tell you, we've had quite a few broken items, right? Like I got a 1-star seller feedback thing from somebody. And this was the first like negative review that we got. And I reached out to this person and she told me that the reason that she gave me 1 star was because her napkin holder was broken. And I also had somebody else, a friend order, and she was the first person who told me about this issue. She told me that hers came broken also. And what's happening is, because I don't have that styrofoam, Amazon is packaging this item a lot of times in just a bubble mailer. So when it gets stacked with other mail, there's nothing protecting it except, so I package it in like this thin cardboard box and it has the bubble wrap around it. But when they stack it, all the other parcels that USPS is shipping, then it just gets crushed. And it's so unfortunate because it is a very high quality item, right? But you can't, it's like, would you step on your napkin holder? Like, no, you wouldn't. You would know it would break. Well, that's exactly what's happening, right? So because the napkin holders are still selling well, even in spite of this issue, we did actually have to reorder. Like I had to place a reorder on our napkin holders last week. So originally we ordered 600 units and we expect to sell out of those in another month or so. And I had to reorder, and we decided to reorder 1,000 units this time. And I'm going to have styrofoam put in them this time because I have to. Anyway, so there's the update on the litter boxes and the napkin holders. I guess I didn't mention either. We have reordered the litter boxes also. They already made it through manufacturing, and my freight forwarder picked them up yesterday, and they're going to start their journey to the United States in the coming week, I would say. And I have to tell you guys, this manufacturer that I'm working with on these litter boxes is so fantastic. They have been working with me to like come up with a couple other products that we might try to launch later in the year. And they're just super helpful, super responsive. I just can't say enough good things about them. Like for example, when they told me that the litter boxes were done with manufacturing, I asked them if, last time I had a private inspection on the order, and this time I didn't. So I asked them if they could send me an image or a couple pictures of those finished litter boxes. Like within 5 minutes, they sent me a picture and a video of my product, and it looked great, exactly like it always has. I just really like them. I really like them. They're very sharp, right? Freight forwarder. My freight forwarder is also fantastic. She is like way on the ball. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is we announced on the channel recently that we were going to sell this cat tree. Okay. So we had a little bit of a snag with our cat tree. Our cat tree was in manufacturing, and I went on Amazon to do some research about our keyword that we were targeting for that cat tree. And I discovered that recently somebody started selling the exact same cat tree on Amazon. This person was selling the cat tree at $99. Okay. So this is like half of what I was thinking I needed to list mine for. So I went back to the manufacturer and I said, look, there's this other person selling your cat tree, and the price that they're selling it at, I can't compete. And she said, listen, you've actually made customizations to your cat tree, so yours is different. And I said, but the customizations I've made are not going to make somebody pay $100 more for this cat tree. And I said, if I would have seen that this other item was listed on Amazon when I started sourcing this, I probably would never have even pursued this cat tree. But B, if I did, I would have made much more significant changes to it before I would agree to sell it. Like my manufacturer said, you know, there's lots of people on Amazon who are selling the same thing. It's not something that doesn't happen. And that is true. You'll find somebody, you know, you'll find 3 sellers who are all selling the same style t-shirt. It's a normal, like, buyer's experience to see listings that have the same thing. However, that's not the game I'm playing. I am looking to sell something different in the US market than what's already existing. I'm not looking to be another person selling the same widget. And also, like, if we're selling the same thing, that's great, but I still can't compete with them on price. So they're always going to win, right? And I thought, like, this is something that my coach said. I have a business coach, and she said, you know, maybe it's really likely that their quality is lower. They have a lower quality price product, and that is why they can charge a lesser price. And that is probably also true. But if that person has a lower quality product and starts getting negative reviews, I feel like it is still a reflection on my listing, because people aren't going to trust whether mine is the same quality or different quality, and they're just not going to take that chance, right? So I went back to the manufacturer and I said, look, like, I can't move forward with this right now. It is going to be way too much of a risk for my company to do this at this point, and we're just going to have to cancel this order. And my manufacturer said to me, like, I have to be honest with you. We did not sell that customer this cat tree. They took our design and copied it. And it was just a really hard thing to do. I still do think that that's the right move for a company, is to cancel right now. I might, what I was thinking I might do is, like, we've lost money on this too. I had paid half of our cost of our inventory of this cat tree, so we lost most of that. But I just didn't want to keep moving forward and pay the rest of it, and then pay for the freight forwarding, and then have, like, all these units that I would have to sell at almost a loss just to move them, right? So I canceled it. What I plan to do is see if I can order one of the cat trees that's already listed on Amazon to see, you know, like, there's a chance that their images aren't even the cat tree they're selling. There's a chance that theirs is totally different than mine. So I'm going to do some research and figure that out. And I'm also probably going to see eventually if I could make more customizations to that cat tree and be happy with it. But we have other plans for things to sell. This video is getting very long. So stay tuned for our business update next week, because we will make an announcement about what our next product is, since we are not doing the cat tree. So we do have another product that we are just about to place our bulk order for. And this is a product that we've had the sample in our home testing it for, I don't know, 2 months, and we love it. So I'm gonna tell you what that one is in our next video. So make sure you tune in for that. I also just wanted to tell you, so given how well we did with selling out of our litter boxes, and how well our napkin holders are doing, I did want to tell you how much revenue we generated in our first 30 days as Amazon sellers. So we really were, like, pushing our sponsored listing spots, because we really wanted to push ourselves and see how much we could generate in revenue in those first 30 days. So we took a little bit less profit in these sales, because we were spending quite a bit on advertising. But to us, it was worth it, because we just really wanted to see what our business could do if we had a good sized ad budget. So in the first 30 days, this is how much revenue we generated. I had to show the picture because I don't actually remember. I think it was 35,000. So, like, we were just blown away by that. Blown away by the fact that if we could do that every month, if we could keep our inventory in stock, we would hit, like, 6 figures easily within like 3 or 4 months. That's just wild. So this month is going to be lower because we only have our napkin holders that are selling. So like I said, we generate about $100 to $150 in sales a day with those. So you can do the math on what this next month is probably going to be in terms of revenue, and that's okay. Or we'll have a lot of time this month to, like, get some of our business processes in order with our customer service and our social media. We have to figure out business taxes and what we need to keep documenting for those. So it'll be nice to kind of like take a step back and get those processes in order before we just like hit the ground again when our inventory is back in stock. So again, this is a long video today. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. I hope some of this was helpful. If there is some information about this process that you'd like me to go more in depth about, leave me a comment or just reach out. There's all sorts of things we can talk about. I've had a lot of people reach out to me individually and ask questions about like the Amazon advertisements, the sponsored listings, and how we ran ours to be so successful. And if you ever want a video about that kind of thing, just let me know, because I'm more than happy to talk about those campaigns that we ran to launch our products. But that might be too much in the weeds for some of our viewers, and that's okay. So anyway, have a great weekend. Thank you again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, because it helps us a lot as we keep this channel going. So take care. Bye.